Ask for the truth on behalf of Urana concerning career issues. What's going on with this job? Is she going to end up fired, or will they understand the predicament, circumstance that she's in, and be a bit lenient toward things that it's going on? What's this about? We ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. We cut the deck like so there, and just place things to the side here. I'll deal out 3 cards. The first card we deal is in the position of the recent past. The second card is in the position of the present, and finally there, the third card is in the position of the immediate future. I suppose you could call it recent past influence, present influence and immediate future influence. Let's see what's been going on just recently in this career position that you find yourself in. Let's just find out what we've been going through just recently in this career situation you find yourself in. I know the clocks have shut up and stopped chiming. Alexa, what time is it, please?
The time is 5 p.m.
They are. Just in case, we'll ask Alexa as well. So let's pull out the Alexa, thank you very much. Alexa, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think Alexa's deaf. But are you deaf? Can you hear what's been going on? She that hath an ear to hear, let her hear what Spirit hath to say unto her. As we just pull out the first card, and we'll just flip it, we'll just bring it round and flip it nice and slowly, and just see what energy has been vibrating just recently. The energy of the Green Man, just indicating that the forces of nature favoured you over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. Maybe that which is just naturally so was in your favour, literally. I often relate that to health, in the sense that I suppose you got your health on your side, you got maybe youth on your side, or whatever it be, that means that if you had have lost your job, you would have been able to have got another job based upon I got a sort of sense as though the field that you want to work in relies on if you're healthy or not, mentally and physically, and I suppose any work relies on that, but what I mean is in the sense more so probably with you than normal. A bit like a bricklayer has to climb ladders and build houses, unlike an office worker who sits at a desk all day. I'm sure that they work in the brain, but it's not. But I do sort of sense it's that sort of thing. But the forces of nature favoured you. Maybe a love for the great outdoors, like going for a walk and getting a bit of fresh air. It can just help turn things around a bit, and has helped turn things around a bit. And maybe some time out, maybe a walking meditation for a week or something like that has just been needed to probably regroup, allow you to regroup in some way. Why I'm sort of going off on that, I don't know. I'm probably going off on a tangent, I don't know. Let's just see though what's happening now. Let's just see what this is resulted in, and it'll give us some idea of what it probably was. The energy of the unicorn can sometimes be related to psychic abilities, can also be related to creativity, but in this particular case, of course, just showing good fortune and friendship. There may be a support network of friends, peers, or whatever to help you communicate whatever it is you need, put a good word in for you. Well, she's not a bad old stick. She doesn't always having time off. She is going through a bad time, and I'm sure that as an employer or as a human being, you go through bad times and probably don't turn up to boss people about all the time. So, you know, understanding, I think, is the key, isn't it? The key word, I suppose, is understanding, and or understand, and that's, I do feel as though they do understand, in the sense that they know who you are, and they know that it isn't normal or it is out of character what's going on right now, in that sense, and they have noticed that. I just want to see what is about to happen around the corner within the next 3 or 4 weeks or so. This may give an idea of what comes next. The Knight there is energy just vibrating in your immediate future to bring triumph over adversity. Whatever the problem is that you've got that is causing you to either have time off or not do your job properly or whatever it is, nevertheless the forces of nature favoured you. Your health was on your side, and that alone will help you recover and literally face up to the adversity, or the adversary. In this case, maybe the adversary is the threat of losing your job over some mistake you've made, or whatever. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that's caused this is, of course, an external force, and it's things that are going on around you, or being done to you, or whatever, and of course you've got to sort of handle that to deal with that and move on. I don't feel that you'll be losing your job over it, though. I feel they'll understand, and you will triumph over this one. Between now and this time next month, anyway, you're onto a winner, as you would say, or the forces of nature literally do favour you in that regard, in more ways than one, and you'll be big enough and ugly enough to fight it, as you would say, or strong enough. With a network of friends as well, who will help maybe keep you in your job. Well, she's good to work with. I don't see why you'd get rid of her or whatever. And word will get back to the boss, or the boss will hear it, or they'll tell the boss, or whatever. And it's all that sort of thing going on, isn't it, that leads to that. And really, I suppose, maybe, I wouldn't say it's a storm in a teacup, but just for now, it looks like Spirit is looking out for you. The energy of the Knight is there to fight your corner, to provide a shield to protect you, and a sword to provide maybe justice as well, if things do go wrong, which is always the potential or possibility, but the triumph comes, and the victory comes within that sort of time period. So just maybe it's not as dark as all that, for as much as there isn't much light. Nevertheless, small amounts of light can be seen in the darkness, and much clearer sometimes than bright lights in the daytime. So there you go. For now, though, we'll cast a shadow, as these cards have now spoken.